the writing process at RWA Success, the Weston Whalen Learning Centers. At our centers, writing begins at the very earliest reading and decoding processes. We ask young readers to decide, is this a kite or is it a key? In response, we expect even our early elementary readers to move beyond the decoding to respond in full sentences. If I ask, did Ben fly a kite? I expect the response to be, yes, Ben did fly a kite. As the reader develops, the level of sophistication of answers changes. Why did Benjamin Franklin fly a kite in an electrical storm? What we're hoping to hear is, Ben Franklin flew the kite in an electrical storm to determine if the storm generated electricity. Once a student has mastered the content of the material, we begin to ask them about the author. We begin to ask about the context. Why does the author open his biography of Ben Franklin with its description of Ben flying a kite in an electrical storm? We are asking the student to think about the whys. We're asking the student to think about the story as an expression of art created by the author. At the next level, we begin to ask the student for inference, and this is part of the process of moving towards what are called close reads, which is the level of text discrimination one needs to work at the university level. As the student continues on with close reads, they need to develop more and more sophisticated reasoned arguments, taking examples from the text and using them to develop an expression of their opinion. The student is asked to use pre-work in all of the basic reading and writing responses, and in the case of timed essays, to do that work under an allocated percentage of overall time available to write an essay. The student is asked to develop arguments, to utilize quotes, and to master the key elements of introductions and conclusions, focusing on entries and thesis statements. During the development of the essay, we will be working on identified weaknesses in sentence structure and grammar. If students have continued weaknesses in this area, then we may work on pre-written text in order to give the student a chance to edit somebody else's work, which is often easier for them than seeing the errors in their own writing. As the student's writing level develops, we ask them to work at increasingly greater depth, asking them to evaluate, for instance, context, multiple texts, or criticisms of texts. You can register for one of our classes online at rwalearning.com, or if you'd like to speak to us, please call 781-239-0429. We can answer your questions on the phone or schedule a time for you to come in and visit us live at one of our sites. We look forward to talking to you soon.